right, welcome back, everybody. This is season 7 of the Micro Vlogcast, episode 2. We're back after a few months being off, and I've got Mike Trupas here, Vice President of Foresight Management, certified energy manager, certified energy procurement professional, and all things sustainability speaker as it relates to industrial companies. On the speaking tour this past year, talking to a bunch of associations and trade groups all about sustainability and carbon. And Mike, why are trade groups and associations calling us and asking you to speak on this topic? What is happening in the world such that this would be an occurrence?
Well, first, can I bring you along to be my hype man? That was a great introduction.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, so there's a lot of trade associations looking at this. I think what's happening is trade associations are always looking to offer relevant content to their membership and also keep them abreast of what's coming into the future. And a lot of industrial trade associations have been somewhat insulated from the sustainability and ESG movement. What's happening is they're far enough down in the supply chain that, yeah, maybe like General Motors and Walmart care, but they're like, hey, I'm 4 levels down. No one really cares. And what's starting to happen is they are starting to care with the advent of people tracking their Scope 3 greenhouse gas emissions. So what we're seeing is these trade associations are saying, hey, Foresight, can you come and help us make sense of like why this is coming now? I think a lot of people are asking that. They want to understand why 2021 and why 2022 has this really taken off, and then how do we respond? And so we've been spending a lot of time discussing that.
Are there some very specific things that actually happened in 2021 and 2022 that have like sort of lit a flame to this, or lit a match to this flame, lit a flame to this match? Either one. It's on fire? Put gasoline on it?
It is certainly on fire. So there's 2 big ones I would say, and both are actually market driven. One is BlackRock has continued to come out and push hard on publicly traded companies. So Larry Fink is the CEO of BlackRock, and he's basically come out and said, climate risk is investment risk. And that's a big deal. When he says that to CEOs, like, I care about this, the publicly traded companies are starting to take note. Number 2 is actually another publicly traded thing, and that is the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, has just introduced rules here at the beginning of 2022 that mandate carbon emissions reporting, so greenhouse gas emissions for Scope 1, 2, and even 3 for large companies. And so that's a big deal. A lot of companies are trying to figure out what's going to happen. They have time, but they're basically saying we want to get ahead of this and be able to comply. And then the last piece you might say is, well, that's just publicly traded companies. The reality is what we're seeing is private companies are starting to feel this pain because these publicly traded companies are realizing Scope 3 means their supply chain, which could be these privately held companies. So it's actually irrespective of whether you're public or private, there really is this big push because of those 2 big tailwinds.
Yeah, nothing like capitalism creating a bunch of momentum.
I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say here.
Woo. Well, you'll know what to say after I ask you the question that I don't know what I'm going to ask you yet.
Sounds about right.